Hello, everyone. Welcome to our podcast entitled Think, Solve, Learn. We are Group 4, and today we'll be talking about our experiences throughout this course. I'm Lucio de Guzman, and I'll be your host for today. I'm also joined by wonderful guest speakers.
Hello, I'm Mary.
Hello, I'm Maze.
Hi, I'm Juliana.
Hi everyone, I am Mandy.
Alright, I'll kick things off first by talking about how this course actually showed up in our lives. How do we answer this? So where do we see these lessons outside the classroom? And each of us picked out a few modules we covered in this course, and we're gonna reflect on them a bit. For me personally, as a philosophy student planning to shift to legal management, the concepts I learned such as propositional logic and rules of inference from Module 1 are very useful. In law, clear reasoning, valid arguments, and careful analysis of statements are useful skills needed. I also learned about finance and decision-making from Module 2, which are important in business and legal contexts since I am shifting. Topics like fairness and voting systems are relevant in creating just and rational decisions in Module 3. What about you, Juliana?
Well, at first, as a humanities student studying philosophy, I really didn't see the relevance of math in my field at all. But throughout the course, mathematics as a language taught me how to express ideas clearly and logically, where even my small errors in reasoning can change the meaning. Mathematics for efficiency also showed me the importance of making optimal decisions and using resources wisely. But what really stood out to me the most was mathematics and digital communications, which helped me understand how information is transmitted and protected, especially in terms of privacy and security.
As an AB OSTM student, math is very relevant in understanding human behavior and research, which is both seen in my course. In mathematics as a language, logic helped me analyze arguments and avoid fallacies. In my course, logical thinking is very important when interpreting research results and understanding human behavior. Decision science concepts like social choice theory and game theory also explain how people make decisions and interact. These concepts are useful in analyzing organizational dynamics, leadership, and group behavior.
As a development studies student, math helps me understand real-life social issues. Concepts like patterns and fractals help me identify trends in population and the environment. Finance is also useful for budgeting and managing resources in community projects. These ideas help me analyze situations more clearly and make better decisions. Overall, math helps me create practical solutions for communities.
As a psychology student, math helps in decision-making and analyzing behavior. In decision sciences, I can use data to choose better treatment approaches. Mathematics for efficiency helps manage time and resources, while patterns in nature and art help us understand behavior and creativity.
So with that being said, how was your experience while discussing these said concepts in this course? Was it difficult or easy?
For me, some topics were easier, while others required deeper understanding. But overall, it showed me that math is not just about solving equations, but also about understanding real-life situations.
I found the course both fun and challenging. I'm stronger in computations, but I struggled a lot with topics involving shapes. But still, with that, I learned patience and saw how math really is part of our daily life.
I agree. The course was challenging but interesting. Coming from Humes, I struggled with some topics like finance and logic, but they actually really helped me think more critically, and I just know that this will help me with my finance in the future.
Well, for me, some lessons were easy and relatable, while others were more difficult. But even the hard parts helped me improve my thinking skills.
That's true. I agree with Mandy. Say topics like patterns as an example. It was easier and interesting, but concepts like linear programming were more challenging because they required complex problem solving.
Wow, you guys are really adding on to my perspective about math. But anyway, hot take, math helps in decision making by allowing us to think logically and consider all aspects before deciding. What do you guys think?
I agree. Math really allows us to make accurate decisions based on data rather than guessing.
And it's not just that. It also helps us analyze data, compare options, and manage resources effectively.
Now that I think about it, math really provides us an objective basis for choosing between options, which is really helpful, especially when making difficult decisions.
That's true. Instead of relying on emotions, math helps us to make logical and informed choices.
Moving forward, I believe math is very relevant today, especially in finance and coding. It helps keep our online data secure.
I agree. Technology is so prevalent in today's society that even I'm starting to believe that math really is the foundation of technology and helps society adapt to change.
That's so true. Math is also used in programming, artificial intelligence, data analysis, and digital transactions, which all are things used or seen in our daily lives.
Math also plays a role in communication and solving modern problems.
I think we can all agree that math helps us understand and use digital tools effectively, especially in today's tech-driven world.
Now that we've tackled those questions, I have a small challenge for the guest speakers. Could you describe your overall experience during this course using only 3 words?
For me, I think I'm gonna have to go for challenging, relevant, and interesting.
My experience in this course was challenging, interesting, and analytical.
I believe my experience during this course was also challenging, but it was useful and eye-opening.
As for me, I think it was also challenging, practical, and insightful.
Wow, I really see the similarities between your answers. I think it was all a challenge to us, but we gained lessons and understood math better after this course. As for me, I think this course was tense, timely, and required lots of thinking. But mathematics is more than just numbers. It's a tool that helps us think, decide, and understand the world around us. That's it for Group 4. Thank you so much for listening to our podcast entitled Think, Solve, Learn.